What's up everyone, welcome back to the Cursed Isles Part 2. When we just left off I went and showed you the overworld map, and now I think we're going to have a wee exploration around Iladale. Well, I can't even remember the the name of my own island, that's bad. Iladale Solitario, so Island of the Lone Sun. So yeah, in case some of you eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed something, this island is based around Windfall Island from Wind Waker. In fact, this entire game is based on Wind Waker, or at least game feel-wise, you know, going to different islands and stuff. Wind Waker heavily influenced this. So I decided to make the first island not exact, but very, very similar in some fashions. So yeah, that's a wee cool thing for any fans of Zelda. So you're able to basically go up to any building you want, hop in, and then interact with people as you see fit.
So that wooden sword, magic, is it? Don't worry about the ship, mate. Briggs is sorting it. Phineas doesn't talk much, mate. Snooping around, eh, Red?
And yeah, you're able to just talk to anyone you want. And of course you can buy statues and stuff like that. Wonder what that's for. That's interesting. But yeah, the cool thing about all the islands is you're able to just really explore to your heart's content, which, you know, I think personally is a pretty cool thing. I mean, there's so much to each island, from mini cutscenes to sneaky dungeons. This island's got a sneaky little dungeon down there. Don't tell anyone. You don't tell anyone, I won't. It's got characters just kind of roaming about, doing their own thing, having a chat. So the news of Phantom Castle being saved is already being spread. So this person's, did you hear about Stellaria? Some big hero showed up and saved everyone. I heard he's 10 feet tall and he's at the Forever Falls helping the local wildlife. So people think it wasn't Red, people think it was some big kind of macho hero. Then you've got places like the Fizzing Portal, where Shar, a friend of the channel with her cat, is in here.
Hey, welcome to the Fizzing Portal.
She's actually the one who voices the character as well. So you can buy a potion stand, a health potion, a bomb. So you can buy all these
You won't find a better deal anywhere else.
different things. We don't have any Goopa right now, so what I can do is I'm pretty sure there's Goopa up on that. So you know what? Let's. Oh, I just accidentally started a cutscene.
Beautiful during the day.
Morning.
Hello.
You want any fresh fruit? Huh?
You! What do you think you're doing here, Nira? Huh? You trying to steal stuff?
Me? What are you doing here, you little pipsqueak? Shouldn't you be off somewhere playing night?
What did you say, you old bag? What? What are we looking at?
That's my son.
What?
Shut up. He doesn't know anything about my past.
How did you manage to keep you being a pirate lord a secret?
Shh. Please, Reg, you can't tell him anything.
Whoa, hey, relax. I'm not even here for you.
You're not? So, why are you in the Cursed Isles? Your island was attacked, Queen taken, and now your friends are hurt and lost? I can't say I envy you, Red. What will you do now?
Well, first things first, I have to look for my friends. And once I have them back, we can start looking for solace. So, sorry I have to cut this reunion short, but I have to go. And don't worry, Nira. Your secret's safe with me.
Wait. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but thank you.
So yeah, of course, and then characters have quests and stuff, so you can chat to anyone you want, and they'll talk to you. So she's like, oh, my brother's locked away for something, and you can be like, yeah, I'll help. And now you've got a cheeky wee quest. And so, you know, if you get the quest, it goes into your items and stuff like that. So there's plenty of wee things and stuff that happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Carnival Palace, and this is the Fall of Solaria, the tale of the Queen's beloved knight betraying the very island he calls home.
Right, this is Carnival City. Now you may be confused because he just said Carnival Palace. That's my fault. Basically, I got the name wrong when I sent him the script, and he thought it was just a fun little play on Carnival City, so he read it the way I sent it. But it's Carnival City. It's just... I should get him to redo the voice. So the really awesome thing about that is if you leave and re-enter, they could be either singing a different song or just getting ready to go on stage. So yeah, that's Carnival City. The guy Rory, he voices Koi in this one, and Caitlin, who's my lovely girlfriend, she voices Lyra, and a couple of other miscellaneous characters in this one. But yeah, they're, as you heard, they're a fantastic band. They've made so much great music in the past, and they're both very talented singers, songwriters, and musicians. So let's go in and see if we can see the other song. Okay, no, so this time they're prepping, so they're just having a wee chat, which is cool, which gives us a chance to talk to Phineas. So of course, this game is like really heavy on lore. If you're a fan of like lore and stuff like that, I think you'll love the Red series in general. There's so much interesting and rich stories that are not exactly told, but you can kind of seek them out. So like, why did Froggo leave your crew? So, and then he's like, when your queen was born, there was an attack on Solaria. Solus was kidnapped as a baby by the Greyhounds. Nasty pieces of work. This didn't sit well with Froggo. He always believed we could be rich without hurting people. We were hired by the king to fetch the little princess. That's when Froggo decided the genius plan to quit my crew and serve his life to the monarch. A horrible decision, really. And then Red's like, I never realised Froggo helped raise Solus. And then you'd be surprised just how many people have a stake in this queen's life. Froggo told me he tried to help her before telling you. He said you didn't react too well to that. Maybe try apologising to the poor guy, mate. You're not the only one grieving. So, if you watched the previous game that we did, the Phantom Castle, when Froggo went and said, oh, I went and got the key a month ago, and then Red gave him a really hard time because of it. You know, it's moments like that where you're kind of like, oh, Red isn't really the only one grieving. And, you know, that's a good thing that Red doesn't understand that, because he's a child. He shouldn't be perfect. He shouldn't understand everything right away. So, of course, he is a wee bit selfish in how he acts to people when it comes to Solus. He thinks that he's the one that's got it the worst, when in fact, at this point, Red's only 10 years old, and he was 5 when, or 4 when he met her. So he's only really known her 6 years. Solus is 21 at this point. So, you know, Froggo's known her for 21 years since she was a baby. So, you know, and in fact, all of them have. That was, you might have seen at the end of the last one when I was talking about the Dauntless crew. This one is like, they're all in this one. So obviously there's Phineas, who is the captain. There's Shawnzy. Up on there is Modra and Froggo. And a wee funny story. I won't stay too long on the stories. I'll kind of keep walking about. But Froggo was originally created for my friend Brandon. He was interested in getting into voice acting, so I quickly drew up a character, which was Froggo, and went and told him, if you can give me a good voice, you can voice act as Froggo. And he went and did the kind of Solid Snake Red, what's going on? Kind of that voice. And then that ended up sticking. That became Froggo, and that's how Froggo kind of developed. He was actually written for a friend just so that he could try out voice acting, and now Froggo is one of the most prominent characters in the entire series, who's actually now voiced by my brother. Brandon at the time didn't have a very good mic during when I was making the Phantom Castle the first time, so he couldn't voice Froggo, which is a shame, but you know, stuff like that happens. So yeah, we're off to the Gulls Lookout. And of course, I love the Kingdom Hearts inspired intros. Every single island has one. And even though this is kind of an adventure game, every level has a title. Who Sean88, who is a wonderful person on Dreams. He was actually my partner in a lot of creative endeavors when it came to Dreams. He actually made every single sign that you see in this game. So all the signs that you seen on the last island and all the signs that you see on this island, he made them all.
2 sets of footprints. Neither of them are big enough to be Froggo. I think this could be Finn and Koi.
So yeah, of course we've got Duck Duck Gobbin and Oi Koi. So you have to kind of do them in order. Originally you could do them out of order, but it meant the story didn't really make sense if you went to Koi's first.
Finn? Koi? Froggo? Ah, I hate caves. Last time I was in one, I was attacked by a big dumb eel.
So he's obviously talking about the Guardian from the from the first one. So yeah, this is like the Goblin Cave, so you can see like tons of wee cave goblins just kind of hanging out, shouting at Red, doing the wee screams. Fun fact, I voice every goblin in here, and they're basically all just shouting Ubu Babu or Yabba Gabba, and it's just kind of sped up with wee kind of gargly wah kind of in it. Yeah, a wee guy shouting Uba Jabba, like a wee silly goblin.
Whoa, whoa, what's going on? Well, that's one less to fight.
That wee poor wee goblin never made it, sadly. But you know, sometimes you're a goblin, sometimes you're not. Climbing was exclusive to the Cursed Isles. I didn't really like how it turned out. I mean, I was impressed at the time, but then when it got closer to releasing the game, I wasn't super happy with it. But I kept it in. But I never went back to climbing for the remake. Need a quick getaway, R2. It's basically just telling you that if you don't press R2, you're going to die, which is quite funny.
Whoa, oh, I gotta go. Move, gotta get out the way. Phew. Oh, that was close.
Second wee goblin died by the destruction of his homeland. So yeah, this is a big cave that I love. It was actually really fun kind of designing a cave because I had never. This was the first time I had ever designed like a proper one.
Come on, not again.
These little guys, God, I made these guys so quick. They're so stupid and so bad. They kind of mimic what they call bullies from Super Mario 64. So they kind of they'll only bounce you. They won't like properly hurt you. And if you punch them, they get sent back as well. Oh, I did it without dying. Heck yeah!
Red, you're okay.
Finn? You made it out. How?
After I got hit off the boat, Koi got us to this island, but we got separated by those shades.
I'm just glad you're okay. I thought I lost you.
I thought I'd lost you.
Well, you can't take me down that easy.
Come on, let's get out of here. We can use this cart.
Whew. Shouldn't be too long now.
Red,
Yeah, buddy?
thank you for, finding me.
Oh, like it'd leave you behind.
I know, but on that day, at the palace, I shouldn't have run away.
Hey, it doesn't matter anymore. You're here now, right?
Right, let's get back to the
Run?
Run. Run! What is that?
I don't know.
So you
Some
might
sort of
guess
goblin with a crown.
It's
This
the
was
Goblin
the-
King.
Just
this
keep
was
running,
the
Ted. I'll give you
inspiration.
something.
Okay.
This was the inspiration for the Skelly boss in
Hey,
the
he
remake.
isn't trying to hit me.
Whoa, I'm happy for you, buddy. Okay, time to go. Head for the tunnel.
Hey, you.
Phew. Huh. One duck down, one fish to go.
So it might seem like I didn't do anything. That's because I technically didn't. You're supposed to dodge its attacks, and then it usually is supposed to go between like 3 different attacks. It's all randomized. But you know, sometimes it can do the attack that's supposed to hit the pillar, which makes the boss fight over super quick, and that's what we just witnessed there. Go away, dang shades. So yeah, the cool thing is when you get one of your friends, they'll start hanging by the ship, or they'll hang out kind of in a resting place, and we'll check out that wee tower in a minute because that's a really cool thing. This is probably one of my favourite levels I've ever made. It was inspired by Crash Bandicoot, and I'm just endlessly impressed by it. I love how it looks. I love the colouring of it. I love there's a secret cutscene in here that of course I'll let you see. And the music is of course very fun and fresh. But yeah, just everything about this level I love. It actually kind of makes me want to remake it one day and actually expand upon it where you can do a wee bit more exploring, because I just think it's such a good level. A lot of what you're going to see in these videos are me really just patting myself on the back, but you know what, a lot of this was just made by myself, so you know, maybe I deserve it. Maybe I deserve it.
Did Ghidorah do this? If so, how do we stand a chance against such a monster?
Who knows? Ooh, no. So Red obviously moves very different in this one. In this one he has a double jump. In the previous, or in the remake, he has a triple jump like Mario 64. Both work for their intended purposes, but honestly I think the double jump is actually kind of better. It's a bit too kind of light and airy in this one. I've actually since remade the Red model and he actually does a really good feeling double jump, but for this one it's a bit, he kind of floats a wee bit. So this is the way you're supposed to go, but if you take a wee left here you'll notice Lyra talking to someone, and you can completely miss this cutscene, so let's go see what's up.
Lyra, what are you doing here?
Lady Lyra, a rather small child is on his way.
Madra, please don't refer to him as a child.
As you wish, my lady.
I'm not interrupting something, am I?
No, little knight, you're not.
So, what's going on? Why are you here?
We're just surveying the area. Right, Madra?
Oh, yes, my lady, of course. Surveying for potential threats, young man.
Right, okay. Well, I guess I'll see you around. Right, Lyra?
Of course. Goodbye, little knight.
You were right. The resemblance is uncanny. Do you truly think he is one of them?
I do, but I have to find Froggo. Only he can give me the answers.
Oh, a wee bit of uncertainty there. Fun fact about Modra, he's played by D.E. Ev, who did the monkey in the the Phantom Castle remake and like the first level. It's actually completely accidental, and I kind of hate it that it is, but Modra is actually quite vital to the story in the Cursed Isles. But you can go the entire game except up until the very end without seeing any of his cutscenes, and I hate it. I don't know why. Maybe my brain was just doing that, but yeah, you can go the entire game without seeing his cutscenes, which is dumb, and I hate it, and it shouldn't happen.
Koi? You're okay! And with a nice entrance.
You know me, flair for dramatics.
I'm just glad you're okay.
I'm glad you're not hurt as well, Red. I was so worried.
Yeah, me too.
I know Finn is on the island, but any chance you found Froggo?
No, not yet. But I do have a boat, so once we get down there, we can start looking for him again.
Sounds good to me. After you.
Okay, fish in the net.
So there you go. Now we've got Koi and Finn back at the boat, and of course, if you go check out over here, you see them both just hanging out. Now, you'll probably notice the massive difference between Koi's model in this and Koi's model in the Phantom Castle remake. I have actually since redone Koi's model once again, and I'm finally happy with it. I wish there was a way I could show you. Maybe I'll slap a wee photo on the screen right about now. That's his newest model, which I think looks exceedingly better.
Red? Bun Bun, what are you doing here? Come to the Cursed Isles to finish my book. The Adventures of Doodle Red. Yeah, it's about us back in Solaria when you helped me find my carriage. You was a real hero. Oh, it was really no trouble, and that's why you're my hero. You just help anybody. And now you're here. This is a good day. Hey, it's not finished, but you want to read it? Sure.
Bun Bun was an old character that I made on Little Big Planet back in the day, and I slapped him in this. So yeah, now Red's we're going a wee bit heavy on the meta here. Now Red is back in Solaria, but he's a wee doodle. I've actually got a bunch of animations called the Animated Adventures of Doodle Red, and they're actually really funny if you want to check them out. They're on this YouTube channel as well. But yeah, this is just a wee side thing. It gives you something that you might not know what is until it makes sense what it is. Again, I loved adding extra things onto this game, which is why it's so dang long, probably to a detriment. I feel like if I didn't, you know, the game might have played a wee bit better, but hey ho. Oh, and of course, yeah, so you can slap into the wall and you'll turn into a 2D character, like a doodle version of yourself, hence Doodle Red. And that's obviously why everything's, you know, color or not coloured. It's like a drawing. So yeah, you slap into the wall, you come over here, slap out. Sean88, the wonderful man, he actually made this entire, I mean, quite frankly, this is a game. Like, let's be honest, we're not in the Cursed Isles anymore. He made this entire thing, down to the version of Doodle Red that goes into the down to the version of Doodle Red that slaps into the wall. On this thing here, it's a wee Easter egg. It's a wee Stegiosaurus. I used to do a lot of streaming back in the day, and people that used to watch will know that's like a reference for them from one of my good streams way back when. But yeah, there's no music, which I'm actually quite surprised about that there's no music. But yeah, it's there we go. We've now received a Doodle Red statue, and then that kind of takes us out. So yeah, fun little side mini games like that all over the shop. You never know what you're going to get. And of course, once you do that island, a new island or a new section of islands open up. So over here we have Isla de Luna Crescente, which is island of the crescent moon. And then over there, Storm Perch. The reason why a lot of these islands are in Spanish is one, they just sound cooler, you know? Like, sometimes you just got to name something for the sake of it being cool. Over here is probably the biggest side project in this entire game. So, when you get here, it's just this dilapidated island. Basically, you can use the Goopa that you find in the game to do up this island. I obviously don't think I have any. I've got 14. Okay. You can find bags of hundreds anywhere, but yeah, you basically fix up the island, and I'll be honest, the island looks gorgeous once you've fixed it up. Because oh man, I love stuff like that. I love stuff where you fix up like small areas and it becomes yours. So yeah, if we get some Goopa throughout the game, maybe we'll come back. But this is just a wee extra thing. Again, this game's filled with so many extras. It's kind of wild. Right, onwards. Okay, so now we're at our next island, which is really cool. And of course, we get the next little startup screen, which I think looks gorgeous. And yeah, you can just run about. Over here, we've got an NPC. She's got an extra side quest that you can go on. Have you ever been to Solaria? Yes, I was there a few months ago. So was I. Look at us, who would have thought? Not me. That's a Paul Rudd reference. So yeah, again, she's got a side quest that you can go do if you feel so inclined. Over there is a cutscene for Modra that you can again completely miss. Here is another massive. None of this is for the main story. See, oh look at Shar.
Red, what are you doing here?
Oh, hey, Char. Just exploring. What are you up to?
I'm here trying to collect essences for a new potion. A king spirit used to help me, but recently shades have been coming in and out of here, and it's corrupted the spirit. There's now a rampaging monster in there. Can you help me help the spirit?
Of course. Those shades won't get away with this.
Thanks, Red. Could you also take a bottle and gather the essence?
I suppose I could gather goop while fighting a terrifying monster.
You're the best, Red. Here you go.
And now you've got a wee vial. Funny thing, when I sent Shar the script, it was a kind spirit. She's helping out with a kind spirit. I think I did actually misspell kind, and it was king spirit. And now it's, now there's just a king spirit in there, and that's in the lore forever, never to be changed. And yeah, so yeah, you've got a wee town. You've of course got the shop. You've got Fitz's, which gives you a min if you come in here.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, I was just wondering if you have any wrenches for sale?
Wrenches?
Yeah, the metal things you use to throw at people?
Oh, wrenches. Nah, little dude, we don't have any of those.
Oh, okay. So what do you have for sale?
Not much, little dude. Business has been slow. Although, you can take that little guy off my hands.
Oh, wow, he's so adorable. What is he?
No idea, little red-haired dude. Some other dude dropped off the little dude a while ago. But he only says one thing.
Really? So, what does he say? Men! Oh no!
It gets old fast.
How much for him?
I tell you what, little dude, you take him right now, he's free.
You got yourself a deal. So, what'd you say, men? You want to help me on my adventure? Men!
So yeah, now just like that, you've got a little silly min character who will literally just follow you on safer islands, and you can pay him.
How are you, buddy?
So min-mins, or Minoas as they're called, is the race of them. They're kind of like a cross between a Chow and a Pikmin. And that's basically them. So if you're ever on a safe island, Min will just follow you. Yeah, and he'll run about with you, which is really cool.
Ah, Master Red, I've been looking for you.
For me?
Indeed. Walk with me.
Yeah, all right. What's up?
It's about Gadura. Follow me. Master Red.
You don't need to call me Master, Madra. I'm no one important.
Ah, forgive me. But are you not the Queen's Knight?
I was.
I see. You blame yourself for what happened. Tell me, do you believe Solus to be weak?
What? No. She's the strongest person I know.
Then you think your presence could have saved her?
If we had fought together, at the very least I would have made sure she got away. With or without me.
If Solus is as strong as you say, is it not more likely that she was protecting you and her island?
That sounds like Solace. Putting others before herself.
Where I come from, our queen has a duty to live and die for her people, radiant as they might be. But I must profess, I share your desire to keep them out of harm's way, even at the cost of my own health.
Yeah.
You know what annoys me? This is such a lovely scene, and it adds a lot of context between Modra and Red, who are both knights to their queens. I can't believe you can completely miss this cutscene. I'm such a dope. And I can't even be like, oh, you know, you have to seek out the story. No, that's dumb. I was a fool.
Ah, a fight it seems. Take care of the smallest. I'll handle the large.
Yeah, got it.
Be gone.
But yeah, this is such a vital, important part of the story. Like, just listen to this. Listen to how vital this is.
What the?
Do you understand the severity of the situation now?
Was this Ghidorah's mate?
Yes. You see, Gadura does not attack so nonchalantly. Someone is controlling her. These remains are the end of her kin, and that her child. Lady Lyra, in her wisdom, chooses to eliminate Gadura. But what if there was another way?
But how? It's not like she's gonna listen.
Collect the medallions, Red. Immobilize her. But spare her. Show her mercy is still within the world.
It sounds risky, especially after she almost killed me and my friends.
I cannot force your hand, but please understand why she attacked you.
If it doesn't put my friends at risk in the moment, okay. I won't kill her, but I won't hesitate to protect those I love too.
I understand. Thank you. Now let us leave this place.
Now, later on in the game, that is a massive vital plot point. In fact, Red uses that entire situation to stop. Well, I won't spoil it. But Red uses what he just learned there later on in the story, and you can completely just ignore it. Because this island, much to my own dismay, you don't even need to be here. There's nothing here, story-wise. Like necessary. It's the main islands that you need to go to, like the islands with the levels on it. That's what continues the story. So Gull's Lookout, Storm Perch, and then the final one over there, they're the ones that continue the story. These islands with the houses on them, they're nothing. But that's that's me growing as a storyteller. I need to learn to make sure and put these things in.
The island, it's in ruins.
Gadura, she's been here recently.
Yeah, looks that way. We need to find Froggo, the medallions, and get out of here.
I second and third that.
Fourth.
So yeah, of course, now that you've got your pals, they'll accompany you on your adventures. If you go back to places that you've already been, you'll actually see Finn and Koi there. And a thing that I love, Min Min is now on the ship as well. He's just chilling there. Look at wee silly Min Min. But yeah, we'll stop the episode here because we've been going for about 35 minutes. But yeah, I hope you're excited for It's Bog Time and A Frog in Your Throat. Both really good levels, both very story heavy. I hope you're enjoying the game so far, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.